All right.
You're wasting all those precious free minutes that we get.
I know. I know, but I don't know if I look, your hair's getting longer.
Yeah, I know. It's really coming in.
Yeah. How are you gonna, do you have like a standard you're gonna keep or are you gonna move around?
I don't know. I'm really venturing into the unknown here. I normally have a plan for everything, but it's a whole new thing.
Well, this would be good for you not to have a plan for anything.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, not
Basically,
anything
basically, I'm waiting until Kendra uh, approves of something, and then I'll just stay there.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Could I suggest finding out what is her real preference and then just not quite be there? Right? Isn't that the
Close.
job of a
Just close
spouse?
enough.
Yeah. Uh, okay, I'll kind of accommodate you. How's
Not a bad
life?
idea. Yeah, life like we're sort of in the, I think in a flow. We're
Yeah.
doing stuff. We had session 6, which was, you know, it's getting really hard to remain present.
Oh, shh.
Yeah, I know. It's a difficult thing I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be to give a 2-year notice.
Yeah.
And so part of the struggle, it's a struggle, but more of like a discipline, like just something I have to like pay attention to is to like remain, because my heart tends to flutter off into dream world about things that I may or may not be doing in a year,
Yeah.
and so the good thing is I've been here long enough that I have plenty of like return students that I'm good friends with that kind of tether me back to reality and like because the danger is that all of this would just become names on a list and
Yeah.
plug and plug, copy and paste, and I don't want that to happen before we leave. So,
You're
uh,
always going to have deep friendships from there.
yeah, for sure. Like, even there's some students who've already graduated that still message me regularly, and whether it's just to ask how they can pray for me or updates, or sometimes it's like collaborations on things and visits and what. Like when I went to Chisinau for our class,
Uh-huh.
there's probably like 5 guys that came out to go out to dinner with us just because I was
Oh,
in the region, and so that's nice. But session 6 really was kind of, for the most part, like for what nothing we do here is normal, but for what we do, it was rather normal. And however, we had another graduate seminar, and the topic was AI in ministry.
oh, really?
Yeah, which I found like a good contemporary subject that invites a whole lot of argument,
Yeah.
like and so it was a good subject. And I took a digital leadership course with the guy who did the seminar,
Uh-huh.
and so I kind of know how he teaches AI, and most of it the teaching is really around ethical use
Yeah.
of AI because he doesn't like to avoid technology, right? So it's more of talking about how to use the tool, and then there's a bunch of time for open discourse. And so I think that was probably the thing that stood out the most to me about session 6.
That's interesting topic. I mean, I've been thinking I usually don't do a social series of sermons, on some social
Yeah.
aspect of society, but I've there's so much going on with that. And then I watch the grandkids and look at other kids and see the phone time
Yep.
and stuff like that. It's like probably we need to talk about this more. Was there a textbook went with it or anything?
No, it's a very practical seminar. So like they have as far as material goes, it's honestly like a lot of direction from the professor along with like articles.
Hmm.
and even some videos about like not only what AI can do, but like what AI can do to people
Right.
and how like there's a whole section on like the dangers of avoiding or ignoring technology.
Right.
And then ultimately the thing culminates in like how to ethically use it. So we're talking simple, like, well, it might not be simple to everybody, but like how to prompt an AI, how
Right.
to utilize an AI in a way that, like, how to fact check an AI. That's
Yeah.
a big one. Just things like that, how to source it. And then like practical ways you could use it to not I think the balance that is difficult to strike is like how can I use AI as like sort of an assistant without it without trying to replace my God-given creativity
Right.
with AI. And so those are really interesting, fun discussions, I
Yeah.
think.
If you, I mean, I know you're not busy, so I'm kidding. Send me some of those. If you get articles and stuff, links to articles, send me that stuff. I find myself going two different routes because along with seeing the dangers of it all, I use AI more than I ever have in just the last 6 months, probably. That if I'm like doing a Bible study with a group or whatever, and I just need general information that compacts it all at once. I
Hmm.
I feel completely comfortable going to that and getting a good list of scriptures or whatever it might be. But almost every time I I go through and I have to fix something that I either know is not right or it's not right for what we're doing or
Yeah,
whatever. And I think that's the part that gets lost the longer we stay in.
yeah.
Where's what happens to creativity? What happens to our editing genius? What
Hmm.
happens to all that stuff? So, well, I didn't
Yeah.
know we were going to go here, Jacob. I didn't know we were going to go off on AI today, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And
It's
we
not.
just we just drag everybody into whatever I'm interested in at the moment. Folks, we're talking to Jacob Jones, soon to be pastor at New Hope Christian Church, and coming in to visit very soon.
November 17th.
17th.
Yep.
That's
That's
when you
arrival day.
arrive?
Yep.
Is the 16th a Sunday?
Yes.
So you arrive okay, I may have had it backwards. We're good. Don't worry. We're good. And
I'll
then
be there for 2 Sundays.
yes. And you're preaching both of them at least right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The what's that? The 23rd and the 30th.
23rd and 30th.
Yes.
Excellent. Um, I was also going to mention, is it the 19th that is that a Wednesday, the quarterly meeting? So I'll
Yeah.
mention on here when we have our quarterly meeting on the 19th, we're going to do a pitch in pending approval at the elders meeting tonight. We'll do a pitch in fun time with the Joneses and Marigold and promise not to rub Kinder's belly or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Don't
Might
do
be
that.
dangerous.
Yeah. But uh and then we'll let you guys talk a little bit. We haven't figured out how we're going to do that, so we'll do that
Yeah.
later.
Just let us know the format or however you want to do it.
Are you
I can
looking
always
forward?
just talk, you
Are you
know.
looking forward to seeing us?
Yeah, I mean, there's a it's going to be different, because it's not in the past it's like, oh, it's our yearly trip and we go and we get a lot of relational time in and we try to make it as much of a not like sort of like half vacation as possible.
Right.
But this time I don't think it's going to be vacation at all. Like we have so many tasks while we're there and
Okay.
looking
Sorry.
around. No, it's not just, I mean, New Hope's a piece of it, but like, I don't think they're things that we could even avoid. Like whether we want to or not, we're going to be looking at every for sale sign that we see.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about even like doing some walkthroughs of houses, just to maybe like come up with a list of the things that we like, because we've
Uh-huh.
never bought a house before. So we've always just kind of like, what's available, and they throw us in an apartment here. So
Right.
like and so things like that. And yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Like I'm very much so looking forward to seeing everybody at New Hope. Uh, but it does feel different this time,
Uh-huh.
It's like feels like some different level of anticipation that wasn't present before.
Yeah. It's funny. I mean, things feel different for me too right now.
Mm,
It feels like a different time, and I didn't know how this would all affect me. And it's not, it shouldn't, because I'm still going to be around, just going to less meetings. But but I didn't know what it's done. You talked about detaching slowly. It's hard to stay attached to where you are. I'm becoming more attached to my church as it gets closer. I'm finally becoming the pastor that I wish I was. So it's kind of nostalgic in a way for me. So
I think it'll be fine,
yeah, it'd be good.
especially once we get there and everything settles, and I
Yeah.
think we'll find a good rhythm.
So in case people don't realize calendar wise, this visit that you're doing is 1 year from when you guys will be present with us.
Almost
Regular.
exactly.
Yeah. And then my plan is I'm going to stay on payroll through March 4th, my birthday. And after that, then that's official retirement for me, whatever that is. I don't think it's
Okay.
anything different. I may work more than I do. Who knows? I can't go too far from the office because you're going to be there.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I've expressed this before, but that's one of the things I'm most excited about is to have that period of like the in-between overlap.
Yeah, that depth of mentorship
I know,
that I might provide.
I know,
I get it.
I'm finally gonna get it. It's what I've been striving for years.
Yeah. Well, okay. Wow.
Um,
If somebody's real good at lie detection stuff and tone of voice and stuff, they can run this back through and see what we ended up with.
there's a okay, but in all seriousness, there is like like a relational element to the excitement, because like if you think about the timeline and the fact that like you and I have routinely referred to each other as father/son, right? We
Right.
keep doing that. But really, I've only been there for like a year as a Christian.
Right.
And then I left. And so, like, we've stayed very close throughout the years and we always make time for each other. Uh, so there, like, that's what I mean. There is like a level of real excitement that, like, I've learned a lot, I've done many things, and like, uh, you know, there's how many stories in our cultures are there about coming home
Yeah.
and being able to like share those things and like have this sweet sweet time of like intentional overlap between us, and like I don't know, there's a part of it is it's like finally I get to like go there, because I've always felt like New Hope was home. That's like I used to tell people that's the only church I've ever been to,
Uh-huh.
like and I don't think I need to find a different one. I sort of had to when I came here to Vienna, but I still compare things here to New Hope, and so I don't know. There's just like it's all around just exciting, um, to be able to come home and to jump back in and apply all these things from I do these classes and our degrees are in practical theology. So you, everything you do is geared towards ministry, and you have to come up with like, most of the classes culminate and develop a program or whatever for this. And I've always used New Hope as like the example, like, okay, what would I do here and how would I implement these things? And not that all those things are going to be done, but it's like you spend so much time dreaming
Yeah.
of like what could be or like things you want to work on, and then you get to go home and like do it. And so part of the reason why I have such a hard time remaining present too.
You got
Because
stuff you want to do.
well, yeah, and people in my mind, like when I think about, oh, this person would be good at this thing, or like I'd like to do this with this person or whatever, and then you dream about it, and then it's like, well, too bad you live in Europe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're not there to do it. And so yeah, it is exciting for me. Um, And speaking of being in classes, I did just start. I finished my thesis class, like
Uh-huh.
this gets you started. It went really well. I got my application approved, so the research is a go. The plan is to defend next September
Okay.
so that it's finished before I come back. And at the same time, I started another class, which is small groups ministry. Um, so again, like uh, I'm looking through the syllabus for this class, and the culmination is to come up with a launch program,
Yeah.
whatever. And so it's the same thing. Like I'm already thinking about New Hope, and it's half of my time is here, and half of my time is floating around in dream world.
Yeah. I did want to mention or did want to refer to, I knew you were taking the small groups class, and I did want to bring that in because I think there are a couple of people showing up at the elders meeting tonight that want to talk about small group ministry. And I think that we may need to do a Zoom conference with them after you do at least part of your class, just to throw
Yeah,
some ideas around. But, uh, you
yeah,
know,
I would.
widening things out beyond just Sunday school hour at New Hope would be a good thing, I think. So,
Yeah, I have many thoughts, but I don't know that I need to share them all in this video. Uh,
no, no, that's fine. Please don't.
uh, I think the only other thing that I have is, fun stuff. Uh,
Huh?
I took Marigold to the zoo.
Ah,
So if there are any fans of Marigold out there,
oh.
that was quite the experience. And my favorite part of the entire thing was, at some point she was upset because we were leaving the elephants. And to kind of soothe her, I gave her the zoo map.
Uh-huh.
And then that just became the whole experience for her. So from that point on, she really didn't care about the animals. She was more concerned with holding the map in front of her upside down and walking in front of us and telling us where we were going. And we did that for several hours before we
Well,
finally.
that's a fun time.
It was fantastic. She's not a very good guide at this point in her life, but she tries really hard,
Yeah,
which is what matters. Uh,
that's
yeah,
cool. Do they have
families doing good.
rhinos there?
I did not see any rhinos, but that could be because we only made it halfway through the zoo.
There you go.
Because she refuses a stroller. She wants to walk. She wants to lead. She wants to be in charge of everything. And I am a very soft father. So basically, I just that's what
Wow,
we did.
you were there
We
for
paid
her
entry.
anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think.
That's what I'm saying.
So we paid the overpriced tickets so that we could walk around the zoo, and,
Right.
and So for next time, I'm thinking about setting up a zoo out in the yard and just giving her a map. Maybe
That
that would work.
would that would work and save you some money. What else was I going to ask? Anything else? You still prefer vegetables over meat, right? This pitch-in, we have to have some vegetables there.
Well, for the sake of everyone, I think it would be good to include vegetables in your diet. Yes.
Well, it's Indiana. Is potatoes are a vegetable, right?
And corn, it
And
counts.
corn. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll we're gonna have a feast of corn and potato dishes.
I think it's fine as long as there are side. I always tell people just make sides and then have your meat dish and you can eat that and we'll eat the sides. It's fine. Like just and just so everybody knows, this isn't some kind of staunch moral decision that our family has made.
No, you just feel better.
Yeah,
True?
it's literally, we just get it, meat makes me sick. It like to my stomach, and I train a lot, and I'm sluggish when I eat meat. However, I will say that I have committed to once a year eating a buffalo chicken wrap with Brad York.
Okay. I'm sure
So
to keep you to it. And then taking the next day off, right?
probably.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Man, we're looking forward to next month. I guess
Oh
we
my
won't do
gosh.
one of these. We won't do one of these in November, but
Probably not.
we'll plan some things later.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Man, it's only a, 1 month and a few weeks.
I know. I know.
I gotta start writing sermons.
You do. We expect a lot. I don't know if you know, but expectations here are very high.
That's terrifying.
No,
I could ruin this whole thing.
you're good. All right.
Cool.
Love you, son.
Love ya.
See you soon.
Yeah, very soon. Okay.